Hello everyone, welcome back to the session 2 of Vachi online teaching. Today also we discuss about biology classification, which is chapter 2 of class 11 CBSE, and today we discuss about the kingdom Monera, which is the first kingdom in the 5 kingdom classification put forward by R.H. Whittaker in the year 1969. And the kingdom Monera consists of all the prokaryotic members, or we can say that kingdom Monera is a kingdom exclusively for all the prokaryotic members, and the sole members of this kingdom are bacteria. And when speaking about bacteria, they are microscopic and they are the most abundant organisms, and they are occurring almost everywhere. And these bacteria are able to survive in almost all the conditions. They are even able to survive in extreme conditions like very hot springs, deserts, snow, and even in deep oceans. And most of them are parasitic. And based on the shape, the bacteria are divided into different groups. Basically, there are 4 groups, and the 4 groups are the spherical shaped bacteria called as cocci, rod shaped bacteria called as bacillus, comma shaped bacteria called as vibrium or vibrio in plural, and spiral shaped are called as spirillum. And this diagram is showing different forms of bacteria: cocci, bacillus, spirochaetae, streptococci, diplococci, vibrio, and spirillum. So there are 4 groups based on the shape of the bacteria. And telling about some important features of the members of the kingdom Monera. Almost all the members have very simple structure, but they have complex behavior. This complex behavior is due to the extensive metabolic activity that they are exhibiting. Okay, if they are able to extract energy from any carbohydrate which is in its reduced form like sugar, they are able to get energy from any form of carbohydrate. So their metabolic activity is very extensive. That is why they are showing complex behavior. But the structure is very simple. They are prokaryotic. They don't have any complex nuclear structure and all. They just have a nucleoid kind of material in the center, and just there is no nuclear membrane, nothing. It's a single cell, very simple organization. But with that simple structure, they have complex behavior. And the members of kingdom Monera are, some are autotrophic. They can be photosynthetically autotrophs also, chemosynthetically autotrophs also. Photosynthetically autotrophs means they can prepare their own food using light energy, and chemosynthetically autotroph means they can prepare their own food using chemical energy. So some of the bacteria are autotrophs and photosynthetic. Some of the bacteria are autotrophs but chemosynthetic. Okay, but majority of the bacteria are heterotrophic. They depends on other organisms for their food. They are either parasitic or saprophytic. Saprophytic means they feed on dead and decaying organic matter. So these are the important features. Now the bacteria are also classified into 2 different categories, 2 major categories. The 2 major categories are archaebacteria and eubacteria. Archaebacteria are primitive bacteria, and eubacteria are true bacteria. So we'll see in detail each one of them. So the first one is archaebacteria. Archaebacteria are the primitive bacteria, or the old bacteria, or the very minutest forms, simple forms of bacteria, and they are able to live in most of the harsh habitats like extreme salt conditions. And those bacteria which are living under extremely salt areas are called as halophiles, and they can survive under hot springs. They are known as thermoacidophiles. They are able to survive in marshy areas, and those bacteria producing methane gas, they are called as methanogens. And this kind of methanogenic bacteria are usually present in the guts of the ruminating animals like cow and all. And these archaebacteria are able to survive. Why they are able to survive under extreme habitats? Because they have a very different cell wall structure. That cell wall is making them able to survive under those extreme conditions. That cell wall is very much protective, very much hard, and that cell wall is protecting them from all these harsh conditions, and they are surviving under those harsh conditions. And this diagram is showing how an archaebacteria look like. Just a single cell with not a well-defined nuclear structure and all. They don't have like proper structure. Just there will be a nuclear material and a single cell. That's it. Okay. They don't have any flagella, they don't have any like locomotory organs and all. But when coming to eubacteria, they are the true bacteria. Eu means true. Eubacteria are the true bacteria, and they are characterized by the presence of a rigid cell wall and a flagellum. And the flagellum is found in motile forms of eubacteria. All the members of eubacteria are not able to move. Only some are motile, and those motile eubacteria possesses flagellum, and this flagellum will flash and help them in moving. Okay, and the next feature is that the eubacteria does not have a nuclear membrane. Obviously, they are prokaryotic, so they doesn't have any nuclear membrane. They consist of a single circular chromosome just embedded in the cytoplasm, and they have cell walls. Cell walls are made up of peptidoglycan. And cyanobacteria or blue-green bacteria is a blue-green algae is an example of a member of eubacteria, and it consists of chlorophyll, and it is a photosynthetic autotroph similar to green plants. The cyanobacteria are also unicellular, and all the members of eubacteria are unicellular. They can be colonial like nostoc and all. They can maybe filamentous. They are marine or terrestrial, and they can form colonies, and the colonies will usually surrounded by a gelatinous sheet. And some of the members in this group are even able to fix nitrogen, and this nitrogen fixing bacteria are having a specialized cells called as heterocysts. Examples of nitrogen fixing eubacteria are nostoc and anabina. And this diagram is showing this is the nostoc, the filamentous one, which fixes nitrogen, and this is the structure of the eubacteria. It possesses flagellum and all. They can move, but with simple cell wall organization and nuclear material without a nuclear membrane. So now we will see about some useful and harmful bacteria. Chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria oxidizes various inorganic substances such as nitrates, nitrites, and ammonia, and they use released energy for their ATP production. They play a great role in recycling nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, iron, and sulfur. So this chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria are utilizing chemical energy, and they are synthesizing energy just like that. So they are helping in recycling nutrients in nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, iron, and sulfur. And some heterotrophic bacteria are helpful in making curd from milk, production of antibiotics, and fixing nitrogen in legume plants. And there are some pathogenic bacteria or harmful bacteria also, which causes diseases to human beings, crops, farm animals, and pets. Cholera, Vibrio cholerae is the bacterium which is causing it. Typhoid, tetanus, citrus canker are well-known diseases caused by different bacteria. Now, how bacteria reproduce? Bacteria reproduce mainly by fission. Just the single cell will split into two, and each of them grow out into a new individual cell. Sometimes under favorable condition they produce spores also. They also reproduce by a sort of sexual reproduction by adopting a primitive type of DNA transfer from one bacterium to the another bacteria. But mostly it is fission. Now, mycoplasma. Mycoplasma are organisms which completely lack a cell wall. They are the smallest living cells known and can survive without oxygen. And this mycoplasma actually they cause different kinds of diseases in both plants and animals. They are pathogenic. So this is about Kingdom Monera. The features of Kingdom Monera, they are mostly bacteria, and this is about them, and we'll continue the next kingdom in the next class.